Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I missed last week's upload because I just got too busy doing life things and whatnot. But I was on social media recently and I did see some people talking about the Tiffany Jolene situation. Now, before the kerfuffle with her Facebook post, I have to be honest, I had no idea who Tiffany Jolene was. But for those of you who are unaware, I am going to read her Facebook post and basically give my opinion. So, and it's not that long, so I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible. Okay, it starts off, P.S. for the black males in my friends list and most importantly popping up in my inbox. I'm not the Caucasian for you, baby. If your primary reason for dating white women is because you're under the self-centered delusion that they are more submissive and understanding of your inherent refusal to get your shit together without help of a romantic partner, I am not the Caucasian for you. If you fix your illiterate, unmanicured fingers to type anything in the ballpark of devaluing black women in order to make excuses for your trash character, I am not the Caucasian for you. If you say things along the lines of, I just don't like black women, I can't get along with black women, white women are better partners, I'll drag you from untapered hairline to worn out shoelaces and proceed to embarrass the shit out of you before blocking you. Now, I'm going to stop there. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the quote unquote gender war online between black men and black women, that's been raging for a number of years now. There is a contingent of black males who have made a living off of basically devaluing and denigrating black women. And a lot of them you will find they will go onto the platforms of white women, the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and basically in their minds, they think that by trashing their own women, black women, that somehow these white women are going to see them as these great catches. I don't really understand the mentality behind that, but basically what she is saying is that she's having a lot of these men who are coming at her, DMing her, sending her messages, and I think in their attempts to woo her, they feel that by they're elevating her and putting her on this pedestal by talking trash about black women. And because they have this idea of this perception of white women being these wallflowers, these submissive, quiet, dainty individuals, they feel like they can get over on them more than they can with black women. And so that's basically what she is commenting on. She's basically saying, if that's what you really think, then you chose the wrong one. That not here. We're not doing that here. Okay, so moving on. If your timeline is run amok with white women emulating black culture, I won't accept your request. Although seizing the opportunity for a drag is tempting, there are too many of you and my time is limited. So basically you'll have black men who will say all of these hateful, horrible things about black women and talk to you about how the greatness of white women. But these white women have black women. They'll have black women features, or they'll have a black woman's. It's like the features and the quote unquote attitude of the black woman is attractive on everyone except the black woman. And so she's basically saying you'll have these men who talk so much trash about black women, but then they'll date white women who are similar in behavior and body type to black women. It's kind of confusing. Again, it's like I said, it's a mess. If you haven't been in the know for a while, then I would suggest you do some research on YouTube and social media, and you will see exactly what she's talking about. Okay, you are the bottom feeders of the dating pool. You know this. Your taste in women being based on the avoidance of black women tells me so much more than you even realize. More than I could probably explain without making your tiny little brains explode. But if you've read this far, and then she lists some things. You're likely to be intentionally targeting a certain brand of white women because they are not privy to your bullshit as black women, having been raised around or by you. So basically, she's saying that a lot of white women get involved with the black men or fall for the games that black men play more so than black women because we grew up around them, we're raised around them, they're in our families. And so you tend to know how the men in your, I guess want to say group, your racial group, think and move and behave. And so it's a lot harder for them to get over on you on certain things. Whereas you have women who are outside of the black community who are not as familiar. And so it's easier for them to kind of get over in a sense. So that's basically what she was saying with that comment. Okay, meaning you have zero intentions of ever taking responsibility for yourself as you're actively avoiding women who will sniff out your bullshit and shortcomings much quicker. So by them avoiding the women who will kind of hold their feet to the fire and not tolerate certain things, they go for more so the women who, I don't want to say, I don't know how to, it's like the men who, they go for what's easy. They want to go for the easiest way, the easiest route for them to get to what they want. That is the road that they take. And so she's saying that because black women are hip to the game, it's a harder road. It's going to take a lot more effort and energy for them to get what it is they're trying to get from a black woman, as opposed to a white woman who is unaware of his shenanigans. Okay, you are most likely to be a narcissist as you highlight your disapproval of black women because of their independence, strength, and take no shit attitude, and as such, they are much more difficult for you to manipulate. Again, perception. There's perception of white women being these dainty damsels in distress wallflowers, and that's juxtaposed to the black woman being the strong, independent, outspoken women, which of course is not true. You do have a segment of women who are very brash and very strong and independent and very vocal on both sides, and you have the kind of dainty wallflower kind of demure women also on both sides. But it seems like in this argument, black women always are associated with what people consider to be negative traits, which is strength and independence. And that in and of itself is a whole issue, because the issue of black women being strong and independent only comes up when black women are advocating for themselves. When black women are on the front lines of these fights, with the police and out in the communities, and they're using their strength and their independence and their voice to fight in that sense, then it's not an issue. But when they use those same attributes to advocate for themselves, and all of a sudden it becomes an issue, and then you get called all kinds of names, you're a feminist and all that, man hater, and it becomes an issue. So that's basically what she's saying. She's saying you're fucking lazy. Now that goes back to, and excuse my language, I need to make sure that I put the explicit language, because I'm reading it as she wrote it, okay? So that goes back to men who don't want to do the work. Like they like I said, they take the easiest route to what they feel is the easiest route to get to what it is, to get what they want. And misogynistic, which speaks for itself, disrespecting the shit out of the very women who birth your ungrateful asses. Now, again, all you have to do is go into any YouTube video and you will see that what she's saying is true. Nothing in this post, in my opinion, is inaccurate. And of course, you had some people who were very upset because they felt like, how dare, this white woman make such a statement, and she's this blonde-haired, very thin what people would consider to be the ideal standard of beauty, or that's what's promoted, because she represents that. People feel like she doesn't have a right to comment on such things. But the thing is, if these things are happening to her, she has every right to comment on it. Like I said, I don't know this woman from Adam's house cat. I am basically going off the post, what she posted, and what she posted is not inaccurate. And of course, this does not apply to every black man in the world, but there is a segment of the black male population that this does apply to. And how I know this, because I have been on social media for years. I started my first YouTube account in 2009. I didn't start uploading until 2014, but I have been on YouTube for a number of years. I am on YouTube every day. I see the videos. I see the titles. I see the comments. So I know that what she's saying is accurate. It's true. And I think that I don't necessarily know if people disagree with, and I think Simone56 made this statement. I don't know if people disagree wholeheartedly with what she said, what she's saying, but people have an issue with the person that's saying it. So, because this, her statements can't be disputed. And so she puts, in closing, don't come at me. I'm not your brand of Caucasian. And so basically, I'm not that this idea of this woman that you have in your mind. I'm not June Cleaver. I'm not that woman. So that's basically, that was her whole post. I'm not that woman. So please stay out of my DMs. Please stay off my photos. Please stay off my social media with that nonsense, because I'm not the one. And so I have to say that, I don't disagree with her. And again, I believe that Simone56, basically, she hit the nail on the head. People are not so much, I think, upset with what she said. People are more upset with, they're not upset with the statement. They're just upset of the person making the statement. That's what's throwing them off, because of how she looks. Because black women have been saying the same thing for years. Like I said, this has been something that's been going on for years on social media, and black women have been, at the forefront of kind of pushing back against these negative images and these stereotypes and these videos and all these articles and just black women have been in the trenches for a very long time trying to push back against these ideas of black womanhood being this awful, dirty thing, as opposed to white women being the bright, pure, like I said, demure creature, black. It's just, they've been fighting against this for a very long time. So I'm going to leave this video here. Again, I want to apologize if anyone gets offended by the language. Again, I was reading everything as she wrote it. And, just leave your comments in the comments section. And if you are familiar with Tiffany Jolene, let me know in the comment section. Again, like I said, before this, I had no idea who she was. So I'm going to end this here, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. So bye.